going on, guys? TheDooo here, and this is going to be the video where I answer a bunch of your questions that you guys asked me in that Q&A setup video. Of course, I can't answer everybody's questions, and I tried to answer some questions that I hadn't been asked before, because a lot of you guys asked me questions like, what guitars do you have? How long have you been playing? Do you play any other instruments? I literally answered those in my previous Q&As, so if you did ask that and you're hoping for an answer, go watch those, because I don't want to repeat myself over and over again. And the gameplay that you're looking at is actually some Destiny PvP, and I do this for the Q&As because I like to do something different. You know, I actually like going out and getting the footage on Destiny, and I get tired of looking at Call of Duty gameplay all the time when I edit videos, so it's nice to look at something different, you know? But with that said, let's just get straight into these questions. Alfie Boodle asks, do you have perfect pitch? And I actually don't have perfect pitch in the sense that when I hear a note played, I can tell you like what the note is, like a C or an A, but I can hear a song and know how to play it by analyzing it without an instrument in my hands. So I can tell you what the chords are, like a 1 chord, 5 chord, 6 chord, if you guys understand theory at all. And I could also tell you where the melody's played at if I think about it. And like I talked about in the last Q&A that I did, that's how I play a ton of songs on request. I haven't necessarily played a lot of those songs before, but if I've heard them before and I think about the melody for a little bit, I can usually pick it out on the spot and play it for people. So the Rolling Squad asks, are you ever going to do Let's Plays? And I'm kind of already doing a Let's Play with the Far Cry Primal stuff, except it's not a Let's Play in the sense that I kind of do more jump cut, more funny moment type stuff. And a lot of you guys don't watch those. I understand that a lot of you guys come here mostly for the guitar videos, but if you guys do enjoy the guitar videos, I really encourage you to check those out too, the Far Cry Primal videos, because everybody who does watch them really enjoys them and they want to see more. So I would encourage you guys to check those out. And yeah, I'll keep doing those types of videos and even some Let's Plays potentially in the future. Alright, Skychain asks, Mr. TheDooo, how did you lose your head? If you guys don't know what he's talking about, I'll show you guys the moment on the channel where I came out and admitted that I did not have a head.
Do you have no head?
No, I don't have a head actually. But it took a lot of courage to do that. It was a big step in my life, but I felt comfortable enough with you guys, and you guys are supportive enough to come out and admit that. And so the story behind that, it's kind of a long story, so I'll keep it short for you guys. I challenged the Headless Horseman to a guitar battle, and I annihilated him pretty badly, so he was crying and he was really salty, and so he took his sword and he chopped my head off, and he put it on his own body and he rode off into the sunset, so he's got my head now. Gabster X asks, what made you decide to start playing your instruments on YouTube while playing Black Ops 2? And I actually don't remember exactly why I started doing it, but way back in 2013, I made the first playing guitar on Black Ops video. I don't know, I think I just wanted to try something different on the channel, and that video wound up getting like 100 times more views than anything else I was posting, and for some reason I didn't make another one for like 6 months or something, and then even when I did, I waited like yet another year after that to really like make that my YouTube channel. So yeah, I don't really know why I started doing it, but I'm glad I did. Alright, Jasmine McAfee, I think, asks, what is the thing you want to do that you haven't done yet in your life? And there is one thing that I've always wanted to do, and I'm super nervous to share it with you guys because I've never told anybody this. And that's mostly because I'm really afraid I won't succeed at it, and people will judge me for it. But I've always really wanted to catch all 151 Pokemon. Alright, Manuel Garcia asks, who do you deal with the most, haters or fangirls? And I actually don't really have a lot of haters. I mean, the only hate I get on the channel either comes from people like in-game who scream at me for playing guitar while I'm playing Black Ops, or like on the actual channel, there will be, you know, the guitar elitists who will come on there and say, well, technically, you're not supposed to pick this part, you're supposed to hammer it on. Like that's some sort of big deal or something. One other thing I would talk about is there are some people who will hate on the song requests that I get. I do want to talk about that for a sec because people will say stuff like, I hate it that people request like stupid pop songs or something like that. And, you know, there's really nothing wrong with that because my channel is not made for just shredding constantly. I'm not going to just play shred songs on the channel. The channel as a whole is just made to entertain people. And if people are entertained by hearing me play, you know, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on the electric guitar, that's fine, you know? Or if they want to hear something more shreddy, like Through the Fire and the Flames, you know, that's fine too. It doesn't really matter. If they want to hear pop songs, then that's fine. If that's what they want to hear, that's what they want to hear. I don't care. I don't mind playing those, except Hotline Bling, because I get asked that a lot. And I get asked Barbie Girl a lot now, so I'm afraid that's becoming a new joke, unfortunately. All right, Red Bullet GV asks, what's your eye color? And I don't have a head, so I can't have eyes. Now can I, Red Bullet? Arturo Rossales, I think? Sorry? Does your parents know about you on YouTube? What did they think or what would think about it? And yeah, they actually, my whole family knows that I do YouTube and they're super supportive about it. And my parents aren't gamers at all, so they don't understand like the gaming aspect of it, but they still can understand, you know, the whole reaction side of it. And I've actually heard my mother singing She's Probably a Dude from the other room before, so that's not weird at all. Alex Sciorntino asks, "Doo, can you please try to make more guitar on COD vids and make them more often? Also, are you thinking of teaming up with any other YouTubers?" So I promise you, I'm making the guitar videos as fast as I humanly can. Like, they take a really long time to make, and I'd rather give you guys high quality videos less often than more crummy videos more often. I think you guys would want that as well. So I'm really trying, and I try to supplement my uploads too in between. I do the funny moments on Far Cry, and I intend to do more games in the future. And am I thinking of teaming up with other YouTubers? I would love to team up with other YouTubers. So far, I've done all of these videos pretty much by myself, except with some friends that I've had for a long time that I play with. But when the opportunity presents itself, yeah, I absolutely will play with other YouTubers. Princess Bavaria asks, can you speak German? And I tried in one of my other Q&As to speak Dutch, so let me see if I can say anything in German. Ich hatte nie Hände. Zuma asks, do you arrange your songs by yourself? Yes, I arrange everything myself. Everything you hear in remixes, everything that you've heard in like Utopia or Neptune or those originals that I've posted, I make all that stuff, all those synths, all those sounds inside of an editing program called Reason, which is great for electronic dance music, which is my favorite type of music to produce. All right, G30 Raid asks, will you do vlogs in the future? Yeah, I'll do vlogs eventually. Okay, I'll make you a deal. If I can find my head, I'll do vlogs. Does that sound good? Brandon Moore asks, what is your most embarrassing story? I don't have any embarrassing stories. I've never had a huge, smelly guy who calls himself a friend teabag me while I was lying on the floor just trying to enjoy the movie WALL-E and have him come out of nowhere in the dark and fart directly into my mouth the entire time he was teabagging me. But yeah, even if I did have any embarrassing stories, I definitely wouldn't broadcast them to over 100,000 people on YouTube. Demise Duke asks, favorite Zelda game? My favorite Zelda game has always and probably will always be Ocarina of Time. I can't tell you how many hours as a child I spent playing that game over and over and over and over again. That game is absolutely a masterpiece. I also really like Majora's Mask and Wind Waker, but Ocarina of Time has a special place in my heart. Arthur Rossi asks, scores or tabs? I actually don't use scores or tabs. I learn almost everything by ear. All right, next question comes from Get Wrecked by Gohan. He asks, who is your favorite Dragon Ball Z character? And I love this question because Dragon Ball Z was a huge part of my childhood. I still love the show. And my favorite character has always been Gohan. I always thought it was really cool how he had like this hidden, untapped power that would always come out when he would get super mad. And then like in an instant, he would be more powerful than everybody else that was around. Especially when Gohan was a teen and he was fighting Cell and he like finally unlocked his true powers. Whew. Dr. Wu asks, have you ever played in a band or are you just a solo artist? And I guess you could kind of say I've been in a couple bands. I mean, we weren't like official. We didn't get paid for anything. We kind of just got together and just played music. So we weren't like officially a band. But I did that when I was like 12, 13, 14 years old. And I got really tired of having to settle on what songs we liked and what songs we wanted to play. So I was like, screw that, man. Nothing against bands. It just wasn't for me. So now I'm just a solo artist. I make all my music by myself. And I mean, it's cool because I get to make whatever I want. I don't have to rely on the opinions of other people. You know, if I like it, if I think it sounds good, then it's done. That's the music. Killzone asks, when are you posting more original songs? And now that I've got some more free time over the summer, I definitely want to make more original songs for you guys. I've actually got one that's really close to completion and has been close to completion for like, I don't know, like maybe a year. But I haven't had time to finish it, and it's almost done. It's called Ghost Story. I'll post it for you guys as soon as it's done. And then there will be other original songs to come in the future as well. JJ Rog, oh, look at the kitty. Sorry. Who is your favorite YouTuber? My favorite YouTuber for a long time, though, has been H2O Delirious. I talked about before how he's actually the reason I started my YouTube channel, because I remember watching him, like, I guess 3 years ago. It's been a long time, where he was playing Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3. So I thought, you know, I should try it, you know, make a channel, make some videos. And so, yeah, he inspired me, and I still watch him today. He's absolutely a hilarious guy. The Grim Marksman asks, what console did you grow up on? And I actually grew up on a few consoles. I grew up playing a lot of Super Nintendo with my brother, N64, and Sega Genesis. I played a ton of Sonic the Hedgehog games on Sega Genesis back when that was still a thing. Swag Kitten 12 asks, chicken? Bruh, I work at Chick-fil-A. Of course, chicken. Finlay Barkhill asks, how many subs are you trying to get by the end of the year? And you know, the subscriber count really isn't the most important thing. All that really matters is that I can keep putting out some decent content for you guys. So I'd really be happy with whatever subscriber count I have at the end of the year. It doesn't really matter a whole lot to me. With that said, though, so far I've been really bad with setting subscriber goals because my year-end goal for 2016 was 50,000, and we're well past that, obviously. But just for the sake of setting a goal, let's just say, I don't know, 250,000 by the end of 2016. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for this Q&A. Thank you guys for all of you who did submit questions. Sorry I couldn't answer everybody's again. There were like 2,000 of them. And again, if your question didn't get answered, I might have answered it in a previous Q&A, so be sure to check those out if you are curious about something. And I just want to say thank you guys again for 100,000 subscribers. It's insane. I didn't think I would get here at all, or even this fast. So thank you guys again so much, and here's to the next 100,000. Peace.